Nobody expected the Indianapolis Colts to look like this. A few months ago, people were still debating if this team could even make the playoffs. Now they're putting together one of the most explosive runs in football. Every Sunday feels like a statement game. The Colts don't just win, they take control early and never give it back. It's not luck or a hot streak. It's the sound of a team that finally found its rhythm. When the ball moves, it's clean, sharp, and confident. You can feel it from the first drive. This team believes in every play it runs. The energy in Indianapolis feels different this season. The sidelines are louder, the locker room tighter, and the execution sharper. Shane Steichen has built a system that looks unstoppable, and his players are playing like they know it. It's not just the play calls, it's the attitude. You can see linemen sprinting downfield after blocks, receivers fighting for every inch, and a quarterback who refuses to fold under pressure. The Colts are showing the kind of focus that makes you realize something special is happening. They aren't chasing the past, they're creating a new identity right in front of us. But the heart of this rise sits behind center. The quarterback who was once questioned is now redefining what efficiency looks like in the NFL. He doesn't play for highlights, he plays for control. Every snap feels like a calculated strike, every read feels like a step ahead. The numbers back it up, but the calm on his face says even more. How did Daniel Jones turn from one of the league's most doubted names into the centerpiece of the NFL's most efficient offense? That's the part of the story that changes everything. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Colts and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 200 likes on this video. They called it a risk when the Colts turned to Daniel Jones, but the tape says it was a calculated move that unlocked the whole field. Watch how he handles chaos. The rush closes, the pocket bends, and he still finds the right window at the exact right time. This is not a rescue story. This is command. He takes the snap with quiet feet, resets once, throws with purpose, and the drive keeps breathing. The shocking part is how normal it looks now. Big moments feel slow to him, and that calm spreads to everyone in blue. Here is the twist that changes the argument. Under pressure, Jones has a QBR of 91.8, which would set a modern high since the metric began, while the league average under pressure sits at 27.8. That gap is not noise, it is proof. He is reading hot routes, punishing free rushers, and turning blitzes into first downs. On third and long, he trusts his eyes. On the goal line, he trusts timing. He is not chasing hero plays, yet the ball keeps finding the end zone because the decisions are clean and fast. When your quarterback treats pressure like practice, your offense never flinches. What nobody is talking about is how his control sets the table for the bruising part of this attack. Safeties creep back because of the deep shots to Alec Pierce and the red zone timing with Michael Pittman Jr., and that opens daylight where the game gets painful. If Jones keeps freezing linebackers with play action and boot, the next chapter becomes a sledgehammer. Jonathan Taylor is waiting, and the lanes he is about to see will tell the rest of the story. Here's the part that tilts the field. Jonathan Taylor does not rush like a highlight seeker. He rushes like a closer. One cut, burst, and the mood of the stadium flips. The Colts use him to set pace, drain hope, and end doubt. When he finds daylight, the drive feels finished before the snap even settles. Then, a change of speed from Amir Abdullah hits tired fronts and turns routine carries into field position swings. The mix is simple and cruel. It keeps defenses guessing and it keeps the Colts in control. The results keep stacking. Taylor already has 11 rushing touchdowns and 3 games with 3 touchdowns. And it feels normal because of how steady he is. Week after week, he hovers near that 100 mark, not chasing it, just owning it. Short yardage turns into touchdowns. Second and long turns into third and short. The Colts are not asking him to save them. They are asking him to punish safeties who bite and linebackers who hesitate. That is why every handoff now sounds like a warning. But here is the twist that points to something even bigger. Watch where the first hit happens. On so many runs, it does not happen at all until Taylor is already in open grass. That is not luck. That is a road being paved in front of him. Quentin Nelson is moving bodies. Bernhard Raymond is sealing edges. Two young starters inside are playing like they have been here for years. If the lanes look this clean, what does that say about the group in front of him? The answer takes us straight to the wall that makes this machine possible. Everything starts up front. The Colts line comes off the snap like a single unit. Feet in rhythm, hands violent, eyes calm. Quentin Nelson clears space with pure power. Bernhard Raimann locks the edge, and the pocket settles like a shield around the quarterback. Inside, Tanor Bordolini and Matt Goncalves play with quiet discipline, passing stunts without panic and climbing to linebackers with timing that ruins pursuit angles. You can feel the tempo they set. It turns chaos into order. Watch a full series, and the pattern shows up. First down movement at the point of attack, the back hits daylight before a hand touches him. Second down, a cell of the same look, then a boot that slides the launch point and erases the rush. Third down, a firm interior lets the quarterback hitch and fire on time. There is no panic, no wasted steps, no free runners. The line is not just blocking men, it is controlling the pace of the game, and that control is why the offense never looks rushed. Now picture what that does to everyone downfield. With the pocket steady and the run game drawing eyes, windows open where smart routes can hurt. Michael Pittman Jr. gets space to win timing throws, Alec Pierce gets the runway he needs to take the top off, and Tyler Warren slips into soft spots that keep drives alive. Protection creates patience, and patience creates choices. If the wall keeps holding like this, the next group becomes a problem in every quarter, and their impact is about to take center stage. Here is where the Colts turn balance into damage. Even when Josh Downs and Ashton Dulin sit, the passing game keeps its rhythm. Michael Pittman Jr. owns the timing throws that steady a drive. Alec Pierce stretches corners until they panic, and Tyler Warren keeps showing in the soft spots that defenses forget. Then Anthony Gould flashes across the formation and the field tilts. It feels like every route has a purpose, and every target is a punchline to the play that came before it. The ball does not stick to one star, it finds the open man. Pittman wins on slants and digs. Pierce makes the deep shot real. Warren cashes red zone snaps with patient routes. Downs turns choice routes into first downs. Dulin gives the room a jolt on special teams and on alert calls. And Gould brings pure speed that forces cushion. In their latest win, 8 different players caught a pass. And it looked easy because the spacing was clean and the reads were simple. That is design, not luck. What nobody is talking about is how this spread of touches breaks a defense before the snap. Safeties cannot cheat down, corners cannot sit on one tendency, and linebackers hesitate on every fake. When a team throws this many clean answers at you, the numbers start to look unreal. The scoring rate climbs, the punts disappear, and the mistakes shrink to almost nothing. If you think that sounds wild, wait until you see how the math backs it up in the next chapter. The stats look like a typo until you check them twice. The Colts are averaging 3.46 points per drive through 7 games. That clears some of the best groups of this century. The 2007 Patriots were at 319, the 2018 Chiefs at 312, the 2020 Packers at 306, the 2023 Lions at 302, and the 2018 Saints at 2.96. This is not a hot week. This is a trend that keeps showing up on every series. First downs feel routine, second downs feel light, and third downs feel winnable from anywhere on the field. The efficiency shows up in the quiet places. The Colts have 26 touchdowns and only 12 punts. They have only 4 turnovers all year and have allowed only 5 sacks. Even field goals feel rare because drives end in the paint. When an offense wastes this little, it drains the clock and the opponent at the same time. The rhythm is simple. Clean snap, quick read, steady pocket, ball out. Defenses react a step late and pay for it. Here is the part that raises the next question. Records are great, but January football asks for stops. The offense can carry you, yet the ceiling gets higher when the defense steals a possession or two, and when fresh help arrives in the secondary. There is a new face in the room, and the front office is not done looking. If the Colts add the right piece and tighten the edges, this story shifts from historic numbers to serious title talk. That brings us to the unit that must hold up when the games get heavy. This side of the ball has taken punches and kept swinging. Starters go down, rotations shift, and the group still finds ways to close halves and finish series. The rush squeezes pockets late, the corners compete through pain, and the tackling has sharpened in key moments. It is not perfect, but it is tough, and that toughness has bought the offense time to build leads and hold them. The takeaways are the spark. Grover Stewart snatched an interception that flipped momentum, Nick Cross ended a drive in the end zone, and the front stacked 3 sacks on Justin Herbert to stall a push. Kwity Paye keeps pushing edges, Laiatu Latu brings fresh juice, and the interior wins downs that do not show up in highlights. Even on a day with injuries, the plan held enough to keep a high-powered unit to 24 points and force long fields all night. Now comes the upgrade path. The team added Super Bowl winner David Long Jr. for depth and experience, and help at corner is on the radar while the room heals. Kenny Moore steadies the slot, and when Charvarius Ward and Jalen Jones get back, the matchups change for good. If the front office lands one more piece and the secondary gets healthier, the picture shifts from bend and battle to bend and punish. That sets up a stretch of games that can turn a hot start into real separation, and the road ahead holds the proof. So here's the challenge to everyone watching. What record do you see by the bye? Which upgrade would you make first? And who is your quiet X factor for the stretch run? Is Shane Steichen the clear coach of the year frontrunner if they clear this month? Does Daniel Jones hold his MVP pace when the spotlight gets brighter? And can this defense turn timely into terrifying once the room is healthy? Drop your take, because if the answers land the way this team believes they will, January in Indianapolis might sound different than it has in a very long time.